Hmm? Good afternoon to all. Is my audio and video are clear? Please respond. Voice is not clear. Is it clear now? Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. So, good afternoon to everyone. How are you all? Fine. Okay. Good. Good. Do you completed the root part and the stem part that we completed in the last classes? Yes. Do you completed the reading part of the root and stem? Okay, good. Right. Shall we start the third part, that is the leaf? Okay, right. Yes, there may be exam tomorrow. Okay. I hope you are doing good, right? Yeah, sure. May I start? Yes. Root, stem, and leaf. These three organs are called vegetative organs. Root, stem, and leaf. These three organs are called vegetative organs of a plant. Okay? Root completed, stem completed. Now we are going to discuss about the leaf. What are leaves? Leaves are lateral, exogenous, flattened structures present on the stem and branch yet nodes. I repeat, leaves are lateral, exogenous, flattened structures develop on the stem and also on the branches yet nodes. Okay, you can easily remember like this: leaf, L-E-A-F, leaf. L for lateral. These are lateral organs. These are exogenous. They are epidermal in origin. They are exogenous. A for assimilatory. Assimilatory means photosynthetic. These are the major photosynthetic organs of the plant body. F for flattened. Flattened organs, flattened structures. These are flattened organs. The root and the stem are cylindrical. This is a flattened structure. Okay? You can easily remember like this. L for lateral, E for exogenous, A for assimilatory means photosynthetic, and F for flattened organs. So leaves are lateral, exogenous, assimilatory, flattened organs. Okay? Right. These leaves are born at nodes. I told you number of times. A node is a place where leaf arises. The leaves are arranged in acropetal manner. Arrangement of leaves on the stem is acropetal. Acropetal means older leaves are at the base, younger leaves are at the apex. Such arrangement is called acropetal arrangement. Okay? Older leaves are at the base, younger leaves are at the apex. Such arrangement is called acropetal arrangement. Exogenous means they are epidermal origin. They are external outgrowths. They are not formed from deeper layers of the plant body. Understand? That is called exogenous. If they are formed from the central part, it is called endogenous. But leaves are exogenous. The outgrowths of roots are endogenous. Lateral roots are endogenous. And leaves are exogenous. And leaves shows limited growth. Limited growth. That means after certain period of growth, the leaves may be fall off. Then new leaves again produced. Older roots are drop off and new leaves are again produced. That means leaves shows limited growth. And these leaves are formed from shoot apical meristem. Shoot apical meristem. SAM. In shortcut, you call it as a SAM. There are two apical meristems, RAM and SAM. Root apical meristem called RAM. Shoot apical meristem called SAM. Leaves are formed from shoot apical meristem. So these are the general characters of the leaf. Leaves are lateral organs. Leaves are exogenous. Leaves are assimilatory. Leaves are flat-ended structures. Leaves are borne at nodes. Leaves are arranged in acropetal manner. Leaves shows limited growth. Leaves are formed from shoot apical meristem. I hope you understand, all of you. These are very, very important points. Leaves are usually flat-ended. I am saying all leaves, mostly the leaves are flat-ended. Okay. Now let us see the parts of a leaf. A typical leaf is having three parts. A typical leaf is having three parts. Namely, 1. Leaf base. 2. Petiole. 3. Lamina. A typical leaf, a standard leaf, a normal leaf is having three parts. The three parts are leaf base, petiole, and lamina. Now I will draw the leaf structure in a simple manner. Try to follow. See now, a typical leaf is having three parts. Leaf base. See here, this is the leaf base. Okay. Leaf base. This part is petiole. Petiole. This is lamina. Leaf lamina. A typical leaf is having three parts. The three parts are leaf base, petiole, lamina. Let us see one by one. What is leaf base? The part of the leaf that is attached to the stem or branch is called leaf base. The part of the leaf that is attached to the stem or branch, it is called leaf base. In monocot plants, the leaf base becomes a sheath-like, and that sheath-like leaf base helps in covering the stem either partially or completely. Such leaf bases are called sheathing leaf bases. Sheathing leaf bases are present in monocots. What is a sheathing leaf base? In monocots, the leaf base become expanded and cover the stem either partially or wholly. That is called the leaf base. In some leguminous plants, not in all, in some leguminous plants, pulse plants, pulses, red gram, green gram, Bengal gram, horse gram, like that. In those plants, the leaf base is swollen. Such swollen leaf base is called pulvinous leaf base. Pulvinous leaf base. Very important. What is pulvinous leaf base? If the leaf base is swollen, then it is called pulvinous leaf base. Pulvinous leaf base is characteristic of leguminous plants. Not in all leguminous plants. In some leguminous plants, the leaf base is swollen. Such leaf bases are called pulvinous leaf bases. So I told you two aspects and two modifications of this leaf base. Leaf base is sheathing in some monocots. Leaf base is swollen in some members of leguminous plants. From the leaf base, two small leaf-like structures may arise, and those are called as stipules. Stipule. What is a stipule? Stipule is a small leaf-like structure, arises from the leaf base. Such structure is called as stipule. What is a stipule? Stipule is a small leaf-like structure, small outgrowth from the leaf base. That is called stipule. Stipule may be present or may not be present. Generally, stipules are present in dicots. Stipules are rare in monocots. Stipules are rare in monocots, common in dicots. If stipule is present, such leaves are called stipulate leaves. Stipule is present, that is called stipulate leaf. If stipule is absent, then it is called exstipulate. Exstipulate leaves. I repeat, don't worry. I will repeat again until you understood. Okay? I repeat again. The part of the leaf that is attached to the stem or branch is called leaf base. In monocotyledonous plants, the leaf base is expanded into a sheath-like structure. That sheath covers the stem either partially or completely. Understood? Such leaf bases are called sheathing leaf bases. In some leguminous plants, the leaf base is swollen, bulged, and that is called pulvinous. Pulvinous leaf bases are seen in some leguminous plants. Okay. From the leaf base, a small leaf-like structure arises. That leaf-like structure is called stipule. Stipules are common in dicots, but rare in monocots. If stipules are present in the leaves, such leaves are called stipulate leaves. If stipules are absent, such leaves are called exstipulate leaves. Right? That is the first part of the leaf. Next, petiole. Petiole. The part of the leaf that connects lamina with the stem or leaf base, whatever you call. The part of the leaf that connects the lamina with the stem or branch is called petiole. Or you can say simply like this, stalk of the leaf is called petiole. Stalk of the leaf is called stipule. Is it clear? Stalk of the leaf is known as petiole. Similarly here, the petiole may be present or may not be present. If petiole is present in the leaves, such leaves are called petiolate leaves. Petiolate leaves. Petiole is present, petiolate leaves. Some leaves does not contain petiole. Those are called sessile leaves. Sessile leaves. Leaves with petiole, petiolate. Leaves without petiole, sessile leaves. Leaves with stipule, stipulate leaves. Leaves without stipules, exstipulate leaves. Hope you understand, all of you. All are very important as per NEET exam is concerned, and these are the basics for better understanding of the morphology. Okay? Right. What is the function of the petiole? Petiole hold the lamina for sunlight. Petiole exposes the lamina for sunlight for carrying out photosynthesis. That is one important function of the petiole. Petiole exposes the lamina to sunlight for photosynthesis. Second one is sessile, means without petiole. A leaf without petiole is called sessile. Okay. Another function is, if the petiole is long and flexible, this petiole flutter in the air like this. As a result, it bringing the fresh air to the leaf, thereby it causes cooling effect to the leaf. It causes cooling effect to the leaf. So, in case of long flexible petioles, they may help in fluttering of the petiole in the air. As a result, exchange of air may take place. As a result, fresh air comes, so that it causes cooling to the leaf. These are the functions of the petiole. Okay. Next, the terminal part of the petiole contain lamina. This is the lamina. The terminal part of the petiole contain lamina. Lamina is also called leaf blade. leaf lamina or leaf blade. The lamina is also called leaf blade. Leaf blade or leaf lamina, both are same. The expanded part of the leaf. The expanded part of the leaf which contain veins and veinlets is called lamina. The expanded part of the leaf which contain veins and veinlets is known as lamina. Lamina is the main photosynthetic part of the leaf. Main photosynthetic part of the leaf is the leaf lamina or the leaf blade. Leaf blade or leaf lamina is the major photosynthetic part of the leaf. Okay, these are the parts of a typical leaf. A typical leaf. Okay. Now we will see about the functions of the leaf. Functions of leaf. First one, transpiration. What is meant by transpiration? Loss of water in the form of vapor from the leaf through the stomata into the external atmosphere is called transpiration. Loss of water in the form of water vapor from the leaf into the external atmosphere through the stomata mainly is known as transpiration. And leaf is the seat of transpiration. Leaf is the seat of transpiration. Second one is diffusion. Diffusion of gases. Exchange of gases is another function. CO2 absorbed, O2 released, exchange of gases by a process called diffusion. Similarly, the main function, the major function of the leaf is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. These are the three functions of the leaf mainly. You can remember easily like this. TDP are the functions of leaf. TDP are the functions of leaf. T for transpiration, D for diffusion, P for photosynthesis. Okay. Right? That is about functions of the leaf. So a leaf performs mainly three functions: transpiration, diffusion and photosynthesis. Right? Next one is venation. Venation. Arrangement of veins and veinlets in the lamina. Arrangement of veins and veinlets. Arrangement of arrangement of veins and veinlets in the leaf lamina is known as venation. What is meant by venation? Arrangement of veins and veinlets in the lamina is called venation. What are veins? What are veinlets? Let us see. I told you already that a leaf contain veins in the lamina. See, this is the lamina. This contain veins. This is called main vein or mid vein, also called midrib. In the center of the lamina, there is a main vein. That vein is called midrib or mid vein. This vein produces lateral veins, and these lateral veins gives rise to ultimate branches called veinlets. So this is the mid vein, these are the lateral veins. The ultimate branches, the last branches are called veinlets. Understand? These are the veins. This is the mid vein. The size of the mid vein gradually decreases from base to the apex. And these are the lateral veins. Then what are the veins? Veins are nothing but the structures that contain vascular tissues, such as xylem and phloem. Understand? Veins carry two vascular tissues, also called conducting tissues, called xylem and phloem. I told you already in the last class. Xylem and phloem. Veins represent vascular tissues. Veins contain xylem and phloem. Veins act as transporting channels. Veins act as transporting channels. Xylem transport water and minerals. Phloem transport food material. Xylem transport water and minerals. Phloem transport food materials. So veins are nothing but the water and food conducting channels. They transport water and food material from stem to the leaf and from leaf to the stem, vice versa. Water is from stem into the leaf, food is from leaf into the stem. Because food is synthesized in the leaves. Leaves are the major organs of photosynthesis. Okay, that is why. So veins carry vascular tissues. Veins carries food material and water through these vascular tissues. That is the main function. Second one is, these veins act as a skeletal structures for the entire lamina. They give support to the lamina. Understand, all of you? Because of the arrangement of these veins in the lamina, they provide some sort of skeletal support to the lamina. So these are the two functions of the veins. There is a mid vein and lateral veins. Veins represent vascular tissues. Veins act as channels for conduction of water and food material. Veins also provide support to the lamina. Okay? And such arrangement of these veins and veinlets in the lamina is called venation. Now let us see types of venation. Venation is of two types. Venation is of two types. Types of venation. Venation is divided mainly into two types. One is reticulate venation. Reticulate venation. Second one, parallel venation. Parallel venation. Okay? Reticulate venation and parallel venation. What is reticulate venation? In this type of venation, there is a midvein. There is a midvein. Midvein gives rise to lateral veins and veinlets. The veinlets are arranged in the form of network. If veinlets are arranged in the form of network, it is called reticulate venation. Reticulate means net-like. Reticulate means net-like. Net-like arrangement. Net-like arrangement is called reticulate venation. In reticulate venation, there is a midvein. Midvein gives rise to lateral veins and veinlets. The veinlets are arranged in the form of net-like, then it is called reticulate venation. This is commonly seen in dicot plants. Reticulate venation is commonly seen in dicot plants. However, there may be exceptions. I am telling that reticulate venation is common in dicots. I am not saying that all dicots shows reticulate venation. There are few exceptions. Even though they are dicots, they do not show reticulate venation, they show parallel venation. So that is why there are exceptions. Then, what is parallel venation? In the parallel venation, there is a midvein or all are similar veins. The veins are arranged parallel to each other. The veins are arranged parallel to each other. Like this. Okay? See, this is one, second vein, third vein. See, look at this. All the veins are arranged parallel to each other. 1, 2, 3, like that. The veins are arranged parallel to each other. Veinlets are not clear. Veinlets are not conspicuous. They are not clearly visible in case of monocots, that is in parallel venation. Parallel venation is commonly seen in monocot plants. Most of monocot plants shows parallel venation. Most of dicot plants shows reticulate venation. For both, there are exceptions. For example, smilax is a monocot plant, but it shows reticulate venation. Calophyllum is a dicot plant, but it shows parallel venation. There are exceptions, but usually, commonly, reticulate venation is seen in most of dicots. Parallel venation is seen in most of monocots. So this is about venation. I repeat once again. Arrangement of veins and veinlets in the lamina is called venation. Venation is of two types: reticulate venation and parallel venation. Then what is reticulate venation? If veinlets are arranged in the form of a network, then it is called reticulate venation. Reticulate venation is commonly seen in dicots. However, there are some exceptions. In parallel venation, the veins are arranged parallel to each other. Parallel to each other. There are no conspicuous veinlets. And this parallel venation is commonly seen in monocots. These are also having exceptions. Understood? Right. This is about venation. And next one is types of leaves. Types of leaves. Leaves are broadly classified into two types, namely simple leaves and compound leaves. Simple leaves and compound leaves. Very, very important. Leaves are broadly divided into two types: simple leaves, compound leaves. What is a simple leaf? A simple leaf is that leaf which contain a single lamina. The lamina may be entire or having incisions. The incision should not touch the midrib. Is called as a simple leaf. I repeat. What is a simple leaf? A simple leaf is that leaf which contain a single lamina. For example, see. This is a simple leaf because it is having single lamina, or it may have incisions. The incisions should not touch the midrib. See, this is simple leaf. This is also simple leaf. Students, are you following? Are you following, everyone? This is also simple leaf. This is also simple leaf. What is the difference between that? Here the lamina is entire lamina, smooth lamina, no depressions on that. This is also simple leaf, but it is having some incisions, foldings are there. This is also simple leaf, this is also simple leaf. Here the foldings did not, these incisions did not touch the midrib. That is why this leaf is also simple leaf, this leaf is also simple leaf. A simple leaf is that leaf which is having either entire margin or the margins are having incisions. The incision should not touch the midrib. Is called as a simple leaf. Okay. For example, mustard, China rose, all these shows simple leaves. Then what is compound leaf? The leaf in which the lamina cut into leaflets. The lamina dissected into small leaflets is called compound leaf. Or otherwise you can say simply, a leaf with leaflets is called compound leaf. Understand all of you? A leaf with leaflets. Do you found the leaflets in the simple leaf? Do you found the leaflets in the simple leaf? No. No. Leaflets. So in simple leaves, leaflets are absent. In the compound leaf, leaflets are present. Understand? So the lamina dissected into small parts. These parts are called as leaflets. So a leaf with leaflets is called as compound leaf. These compound leaves are divided into two types. Compound leaves are divided into two types, namely pinnately compound leaf, pinnately compound leaf, and palmately compound leaf. Pinnately compound leaf and palmately compound leaf. What is pinnately compound leaf? In the pinnately compound leaf, there is a midrib called as rachis. There is a midrib called as rachis. Okay. On the rachis, there are leaflets like this. There are leaflets like this. Okay. This is called pinnately compound leaf. This axis is called rachis. So rachis is present. This rachis represents the midrib to which leaflets are arranged. This leaf is called pinnately compound leaf. Then what is palmately compound leaf? Simple. In palmately compound leaf, there is no rachis. There is no rachis. There is a petiole. This is the petiole. At the tip of the petiole, leaflets are attached like the fingers of the palm. Like the fingers of the palm. This represents the petiole. These fingers represents the leaflets. There is no rachis. Several leaflets are attached at the tip of the petiole. Then it is called palmately compound leaf. I repeat, compound leaves are divided into two types: pinnately compound leaves, palmately compound leaves. In pinnately compound leaf, there is a rachis, nothing but the midrib. On either side of the rachis, several leaflets are attached. This is called pinnately compound leaf. In palmately compound leaf, there is no rachis. Directly the leaflets are attached to the tip of the petiole. This pinnately compound leaf is seen in neem. Example. The example of palmately compound leaf is silk cotton. Silk cotton. Silk cotton shows palmately compound leaf. Neem shows Ajadricta indica, botanical name. Ajadiricta indica is the botanical name of neem. And neem leaves are pinnately compound leaf. Silk cotton is palmately compound leaf. Here one important point you should remember. I told you number of times leaf axil contain axillary bud. Axillary bud develops into branch. Leaf axil contain axillary bud. Correct? Leaf axil contain axillary bud. That axillary bud develops into branch. Axillary buds are present in the axil of simple leaves and compound leaves, but not in the axil of leaflets. Axillary buds are present in the axil of simple leaves, axil of compound leaves, but they are not present in the axil of leaflets. Leaflet axils does not contain axillary buds, but simple leaf axil contain axillary bud, compound leaf axil contain axillary buds. Hope you understand. Students, are you following everyone? I am telling very slowly in a simple language and number of times repeatedly. Hope you understand. You have to understand. You have to understand. Certainly, indispensably. Okay? Right. And finally, we have to talk about phyllotaxy. The next concept is phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy. In Latin language, phylum means leaf. Taxis means arrangement. Okay? The pattern of arrangement of leaves on the stem and branches is called as phyllotaxy. The pattern of arrangement of leaves on the stem, on the branches is known as phyllotaxy. Phylum means leaf. Taxis means arrangement. Simply you can say arrangement of leaves is called phyllotaxy. Based on the number of leaves produced at each node on the stem, phyllotaxy is divided into 3 types. What is the basis for classification of phyllotaxy into 3 types? Based on the number of leaves produced at each node, the phyllotaxy is divided into 3 types. They are: 1. Alternate phyllotaxy. 2. Opposite phyllotaxy. And 3. Whorled phyllotaxy. Whorled phyllotaxy. So how many types of phyllotaxis are present? 3 types. What are they? They are alternate, opposite, whorled. What is the basis of classification of these phyllotaxis? Number of leaves at each node. Based on the number of leaves at each node, the phyllotaxy is divided into 3 types, namely alternate phyllotaxy, opposite phyllotaxy, whorled phyllotaxy. Okay. What is alternate phyllotaxy? What is alternate phyllotaxy? If at each node one leaf arises and the leaves are arranged alternatively on the stem, it is called as alternate phyllotaxy. For example, see here, this is the stem. Okay, on this stem, 1, 2, 3 nodes are there. At each node, one leaf, second leaf, third leaf. Look at this. At each node, one leaf arises. Then it is called alternate phyllotaxy. Example, mustard, China rose, etc. One node, one leaf. At each node, one leaf arises, like that alternatively present. Then it is called alternate phyllotaxy. This is commonly seen in plants like mustard, China rose. Similarly, if two leaves are borne at each node, like this, one leaf, second leaf, the two leaves at each node and are present opposite manner, like this, like this. At each node, two leaves. Two leaves at each node, which are present opposite to each other. The two leaves are present opposite to each other. Here there are two patterns may be formed. The pattern that I have drawn is called as opposite superposed. Sometimes, two leaves are produced here at one node, another node in opposite direction. That is called opposite decussate. Now I will ask one question. Please tell me, in this case, in this arrangement, leaves are arranged in how many rows throughout the plant? Leaves are arranged in how many rows in opposite phyllotaxy? In this case, what I have drawn on the board? Yes, two rows. In case of opposite decussate, how many rows the leaves are arranged? One pair of leaves like this, and another pair like this, again another pair like this, another pair like this. In how many rows leaves are arranged? In that case, 4. Understand? That means opposite is again two types. What are they? Opposite superposed, opposite decussate. In opposite superposed, one pair of leaves are arranged above the another pair of leaves, like that. This is seen in Calotropis. Calotropis and also Goa. In Calotropis and Goa, opposite phyllotaxy is present. So you should remember, how many leaves are borne at each node in opposite phyllotaxy? 2 leaves. How many leaves are borne at each node in alternate phyllotaxy? 1. And finally, if more than 2 leaves are borne at each node on the plant, if more than 2 leaves are borne at each node on the plant, it is called whorled phyllotaxy. For example, this is the stem. Okay. This is the node. Here, one leaf, second leaf, third leaf, fourth leaf, fifth leaf, like this. Look at that. At every node, if more than 2 leaves arises, then it is called whorled phyllotaxy. One leaf at each node, alternate phyllotaxy. two leaves at each node that are present opposite to each other, that is opposite phyllotaxy. More than two leaves at each node, it is called whorled phyllotaxy. The best example of this plant, this phyllotaxy is Alstonia, a plant called Alstonia. Alstonia shows whorled phyllotaxy. Calotropis and guava shows opposite phyllotaxy. Mustard and China rose shows alternate phyllotaxy. This is about phyllotaxy. Like root, like stem, leaf is also modified to perform new functions other than their normal function, that is photosynthesis. There are leaf modifications as well, like that of root modifications, like that of stem modifications. So that's all, students. This is about today's content. I hope you understand everyone. Okay. Thank you one and all. See you in the next class. Okay. Any doubts, anybody? Okay. Thank you. See you in the next class. Thank you.